Alright. Zemnis said I had to have babysit. Oh God, fired me.
Told me to watch them too.
Right. So he told me I had to do babysitting duty, and he said you're not allowed to do anything that might be construed an activity in the least, because you're not to be trusted at all. Therefore, we're having story time.
It was just one explosion.
No, it was 4. Story time.
Okay, technically they can say baby.
Story! So today we're going to be hearing the story of the one little nobody, the one average if slightly short nobody, and the God, you're huge nobody. So the three nobodies originally lived in a large castle until their mother, don't do that, I saw you both. Until their mother got tired of them, said they were all idiots, and threw them out to make their own way in the world.
Crap, he found out. Not again.
Now the first little nobody, well, he was something of a bubblehead at times, and so he decided he was going to build his house out of bubbles and live in the ocean, because he wanted to be a fishy at times. And so therefore, he was totally unprepared when the big bad Keyblade Bear came, knocked his house away, and tried to kill it. So he ran away. Run away! Now the average of slightly short for his height and age nobody was something of, well, he liked to party. And he thought he was a surfer and tried to be much younger than he actually was. So he never actually built a house. He just lived on the beach and had wild beach parties. So it was fairly easy for the first little nobody to come and beg to stay with him. And the short nobody agreed, and they had wild beach parties till odd hours of the morning, which no one should be awake at, much less them. So they were so exhausted from their dancing and partying that they were completely unprepared when the big bad Keyblade Bear came, found them, and tried to break up their party and chase them away. Now the third nobody, the large nobody, he had a plan. He decided to not build his own house like the others did, and instead he claimed an already existing castle for his own, chasing the previous inhabitants, a prince and his girlfriend Belle, out and into the castle, building up fortifications, changing out the servants, and making several rather interesting, if tasteful, improvements. So, the other 2 nobodies came to live with him. Well, they cried and beat and whined at his door until finally he gave in and let them stay. And they lived together until the Keyblade Bear heard the news of his friends losing their castle. Then he came to try to beat on the door and demand the challenge with the nobody one-on-one, which of course never goes according to plan, as he tried to get his friends to help all the time. Even so, the large nobody beat him most severely and was unable to be defeated, as the Mouse King was strangely unable to be located. We think he was having ice cream with a king that no longer exists. And so, the 3 nobodies lived together in the castle for a while, or at least until the large nobody got tired of small nobodies whining and the medium-sized, if short, nobodies parties, and threw them out. And then the large nobody lived happily ever after, if you can believe that, in his castle, while the other 2 nobodies were forced to return home to their mother, Mom, where they stayed with him until he deemed them worthy to move out on their own, which was a very, very long time. And they lived, well, as happily ever after as any nobody can live. The end.